Hey there, it is Alicia from aliciacarlson.com. Today I was on a run, and as I was jogging, I guess I should say I was jogging. I wasn't exactly running, but as I was on my jog, I was listening to this podcast, and the topic of the podcast was normal eating. And I found this particularly interesting because what she brought up in terms of normal eating, and you could really apply this to anything that is quote unquote normal, is that it's kind of what the majority is doing, right? And deep down, we all have this desire to fit in, to be a part of a certain tribe or a certain community. And this dates way back to the days when if you were not a part of the tribe, you were at risk of maybe getting eaten or not being taken care of and eventually dying. And so as much as we've kind of made strides and we've evolved, that deep part of our brain and of that survival is still there. It's this need to be normal. It's this need to fit in. It's this need to just kind of go with the flow, don't ruffle feathers. The problem, though, is that we don't have the same kinds of threats that we used to, right? And so being normal now is almost in some ways kind of a danger, right? Eating normally or having a normal lifestyle, if you look at our culture, isn't exactly the picture of health. It's not even really the picture of happiness or fulfillment or of us living into our purpose. And so if you feel like you are struggling just so that you can be normal, so that you can have a normal relationship with food or a normal relationship with your body, I want to encourage you to kind of challenge that. Challenge what, first of all, question, how would you define a normal relationship with food, with your body, with exercise? And is that actually what you want, right? Because when I think about the word normal, I think about average. And if I look at our society on averages in terms of women's health, women's happiness, women that are living into their purpose, that are content and confident in their bodies, I don't know that I want to be normal. I don't know that I want to be average. And I'm guessing that you probably don't either. So one of the biggest things that you've got to think about, that we've all got to think about if we don't want to be normal, if we want to live into that space of rebellion a little bit, is we've got to get comfortable with being discomfortable. We've got to get content and be okay with putting off instant gratification, the things that feel good in this moment, at the cost of having the things that we truly want the most. And this is hard when it's food. This is hard when it's maybe saying yes to things that you don't really feel like align with your bigger purpose or your bigger mission, or you're saying yes to going out for a night of drinking and eating and things like that when you've got this other goal that you're working on, when you've got this health goal or this fitness goal, or you're training for a race or whatever it is that you're doing. So you've got to be really careful about the desire to be normal or to be average. And frankly, I kind of hate that term even when we're talking about like normal weight or overweight or underweight or obese. It's like, who even decided what those weights were, right? What normal weight is, what a healthy weight is. And that's kind of a video for a different day. But basically, this road to breaking away from normality, from breaking away from being average, is pretty narrow. And you're not going to find a lot of people that are truly committed to traveling it, that are committed to the self-awareness that comes along with your behaviors, with your attitude, with the habits that you're creating. But in the end, it is so worth it. If you are willing to stay in those places of discomfort, if you are willing to say no to the things that you know aren't getting you closer to your goals, or you know are in direct conflict of your purpose and your mission for being, it will become easier. And I am just begging you to not give in to that desire to be average or to be normal. I want you to be encouraged and inspired to question your thought about being normal or your thought about fitting in. And I want you to really dig in and see, does that align with that deeper purpose that you sense for yourself? It is going to take you kind of breaking away from the pack in some areas of your life. It is going to take you intentionally and mindfully making different choices around how you behave with food, around how you behave towards your body and the things that you say to it and the thoughts that you have about it. It is going to take you adopting a different way that you view exercise and moving your body. And it's not to say that we're making these healthy choices or we're doing these things because we've got to punish ourselves into this place of worthiness and enoughness and being able to be loved. But it's doing it from that place of genuine self-care and genuine self-love. Because when you invest in taking care of yourself from a healthy mindset, not because you have to, not because your doctor told you that you should, not because you think that you're disgusting or whatever it is, but you do it because you know that you have a bigger purpose, a bigger mission, you are going to be unstoppable because you are going to be showing up for yourself, taking care of yourself, and you are going to be able to pour into the lives of those around you. But you can't do that if you stay normal. You can't do that if you stay average. So you, my friend, were not made to be average. You were not created to be normal. I hope that you will join me on this journey of rebellion, of saying no way to normal, forget about being average, and do the uncomfortable things. Do the hard things today. Your future self is waiting for you and she will thank you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I would love to hear how this spoke to you. Please share it with a friend or a dear family member that needs it. If you want to connect with me, I'm on Instagram at @AliciaCarlson_, or you can of course leave comments below. Until next time, have a fantastic day, friends.